So how happy are you with your school's reputation for being diverse and inclusive, especially when it comes to religious minorities such as Muslims? Someone that can guide you and your students on how to become more inclusive and welcome kids that are not just like them. When we understand each other, we work better together. So here we are, we're at a fork in the road. You can take one way and you have to decide which one's best for you. I offer you something really special right now in this moment. I offer you the opportunity to apply these principles, customize them for your school, because I know that if you knew how to do it, you would have done it already. Right now, if you do not have the harmony and the peace between students and the connection that you're looking for, you might be frustrated or always looking for different solutions. If you are struggling or worried, I can help you get cohesive and connected students. We are all still mired by discrimination issues. If you don't fully understand what your Muslim students are and what your Muslim students need and how to include your Muslim students, then how do you bridge that gap? So here we are at the fork in the road. If you don't do something, your school or university will continue on the same path. If nothing changes, nothing changes. One bullying incident can go viral. One bullying incident can wreck the school's reputation. One bullying incident can wreck a student's life. Having our students unnecessarily harassed can easily be avoided. You may not have another chance to make the change your school needs. With this amazing training, you could have more freedom, more satisfaction, and get rid of the guesswork. Change is not always easy, but it is always necessary. Our world is changing. We need our students to be able to function in a global economy, to understand different cultures and different religions. They need to understand 1/4 of their planet that happens to be Muslim. Currently, Islam is the fastest growing religion in the United States. Islam is also the fastest growing religion in the world. At some point, your students need the adequate skills to be able to understand and work with Muslims. You may still be going in circles looking for experts that are so religious or preachy, or you have in-house professors that are so academic that no one really understands the true culture and how to connect with Muslims. Such teachers do not have any connection with the faith. I have lived both cultures, and I love both Islam and Western culture, and I can show how to bridge the gap between the two and make them function smooth and harmoniously. The way I work with people is that I have an exclusive diversity and inclusion system specifically designed for understanding Islam, Muslims, and their contributions, to break the continuous cycle of having cliques and misunderstandings that are so prevalent in the media today. Let's break down the walls of misunderstanding and have real connections between Muslims and other groups. This program takes your school from maybe underperforming in diversity and inclusion to having a complete set of tools for understanding students that are Muslim, to understand their cultures, and also to connect non-Muslim students with those students. This greatly benefits the school with cohesive groups that are working together, not tearing each other down. If the current level of academic teaching and media provided this level of understanding and connection, all our students would be flourishing in well-formed, cohesive groups. My system of Islamic understanding fully integrates diversity and inclusion. You will also have much more freedom because I've already done all the hard research and presentation for you. Let this system create value for you and your students and give them the tools they need to be able to distinguish between fact and fiction in the media, to quit having fear in their heart, to quit wondering about students that dress a different way, what they're thinking or what they're doing. There has been so much misunderstanding about Islam and division between the intentions of Muslims and what the religion teaches. It's time to take the fear out of our students' heart. Researching Islam and getting all the data and shifting through what is fact and what is fiction is a lot of work. I've already done that for you in this amazing 6-week program. I have been speaking on Islam and customizing the information for different groups for over 20 years. Learn from my mistakes. I already know what engages, what is valuable information, and what really helps change the hearts and minds of people when it comes to diversity and inclusion of different groups. You will have happier, more connected, empowered students that know how to tear down social and make friends that can help them grow and see a new perspective. We have a global economy in a global world. It's about time that our students understand how to work with 1/4 of the world's population that is Muslim. At some point, we need to have real interaction with Muslims and Muslim students. With this system, you can leave work worry-free, knowing that this system is a well-oiled machine. You get to hear praise from your boss on picking a system that actually works. A system that actually connected your students and tore down the walls between them. Your students will thank you for taking the fear out of their hearts, for helping them truly understand their friends, their neighbors, and their other students that happen to have a headscarf or a beard. You'll be on the path to changing your school one student at a time. What I am offering you is to have a conversation. Why? Because it's my way to give back. I know I can help people change their perspective, reduce fear, and really make connections. So let's talk for 10 minutes. Let me learn more about your needs and customize what you learn on this webinar on a phone conversation. You might want our help to transform your students. And if you do, we can discuss that. I have limited spaces. We can see if it's a fit. If it is, I'll tell you upfront, or my team will tell you. And if it's not a fit, I'll honestly tell you other resources that I think could help you and support your efforts for a more connected and diverse student body. So sign up for a session right now. There is only one reason you wouldn't: fear. You don't believe your students will benefit from this information. You don't believe your students need to transform. If you're going to stay stuck with the same inner story, the one that's been holding you back, and believing a bunch of experts and that they have something in common with Muslims when the experts have not even lived what they are teaching, then you're either going to have status quo or some bullying incidences in your school, or even worse, student getting hurt. So this is a choice. It's a fork in the road. Keep doing what you're doing and keep getting what you're getting. Just know right now, by not choosing, you're still choosing. And maybe your school becomes one of those schools with incidences of discrimination, or a racial incident, or a bullying incident. If you really don't care about your students, about who you can help, then you go for the status quo. Maybe your school goes in the media for a bullying incident, or worse, a student getting hurt, committing suicide, or dying. Discrimination against Muslim students is on the rise. If you really want to help others, as I believe you do, I know I really want to help you and get your students the knowledge and empowerment they need to reduce stress and drive away fear. Let's get your application. It's very brief, just a few questions for a consultation in this minute. I don't want you to miss this, so do it right now. We're going to get on the phone and we're going to explore what's working in your school, what's working in your organization, and also what's not quite right. We can also discuss any obstacles that might be holding you back. We can actually take a look and create a custom plan of steps that you need to get the diversity, the inclusion, and the connection that you want. I'll show you the most powerful actions to propel you in your efforts forward for your school. Answer the simple questions. I showed up in your life for a reason. You attracted this on some level. Don't walk away when opportunity knocks. Just answer the simple questions and set up a phone consultation. By clicking now, you get this free gift of a breakthrough session. I look forward to serving you and your students, supporting you in your job, and helping you serve others. Thank you.